Hello everybody, and welcome to the broadcast. Sorry about the slight delay. I was having a slight technical issue, but we are finally at it and ready to go. Are you guys ready for this? I have been so excited for this race all week leading up to this race. These guys have been doing amazing things. They've been putting out the driver profiles throughout the week. It's just been fantastic. It's been fantastic. So, I am your host for the evening. My name is Ghost Terror, and this amazing all-star race is presented by RWB Racing Group. They're a racing group that drive real race cars and simulated race cars. They're a very large group and they love everything fast. So a huge shout out to RWB Racing for being the presenters of this. Our sponsors for the event, of course, are Detailing Group Incorporated. Detailing Group, if you guys don't know, they're a steel software design company. So they basically do architectural and engineered drawings for construction projects or whatever's needed for that. With extremely great high-tech efficiency. So go check them out sometime if you want to learn more. And we were also sponsored by High Pre Graphics. And High Pre Graphics are the amazing people behind everything you guys see during every GTC broadcast. And I love working with this stuff. This stuff is amazing. They do such a fantastic job. So huge shout out to High Pre Graphics as well for sponsoring the event. And this is our GTC World Cup All-Stars race event. And this is going to be fantastic. This is going to be a banger, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a banger. Alright, so we are going to head over into the opening scene here and go over some of the information on what is going to happen here this evening. So, we are driving the Aston Martin V12 GT3 cars this evening on Sardinia A. A little bit about Sardinia A. Sardinia A was developed for Gran Turismo back in 2019 by Polyfono Digital. It is a fictional track based off of the resort islands in Italy. So we are in Italy tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, as it always is, the tires for this evening are one set of racing softs and one set of racing mediums required. Fuel consumption for this race is 2 times fuel consumption, and our pit window for this race, this is a 1-hour endurance race as opposed to our 90-minute season races that we put on, and the pit window will be from the 35-minute to the 25-minute remaining mark. So the drivers will have a 10-minute window to get in, take on their tires, take on their fuel, and get back on track. If they come out anytime before that window or after that window and take any tires or any fuels, I'm not sure what's going to happen this time around, actually, to be honest with you. They will suffer some form of penalty at the end of the race, which will affect their position, I'm assuming, as it normally is during the season. And you are allowed to pit outside the pit window only for damage. Alright, so our all-star lineup for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. So the race is comprised of all 3 of the podium finishers in each one of the 3 divisions from GT Champions. And we also have a couple of the drivers that were really close to nipping at the heels of the podium. All special guests from RWB Racing, of course, and Rockefeller Racing with Spec 1 in the race here as well. And of course we have our amazing broadcasters from Division 1 and Division 2 in this race, Presidio Dog and Taddy. So this is going to be a fantastic race. Who do you guys think is going to win this race tonight? So the lineup goes as such: Captain Muffin, Ace Rio, and Mazda. These are the top 3 finishers. Of course, Captain Muffin taking home the championship in Division 1. And then we have Bipolar Express and RR Spec 1 from the Division 1 series. In Division 2, we have Magic Man, Venom, Black Friday, Chevy, and J-Rod. Magic Man, Venom, and Black Friday were the top 1, 2, 3 finishers. So Magic Man is the champion from Division 2 for the season. And in from Division 3, we have Igorski, Egon, and Supermex. Little Mac was unable to make the race today, who is the champion of Division 3, so Agorski has stepped in his place to fill his position, and of course our awesome broadcasters, Taddy and Presidio Dog. So as you can see, we're just, they're just warming up here on the track. And qualifying should be getting underway shortly. How is everybody's night tonight? I hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday. I mean, what better way to finish off Friday night than with an all-star race? I mean, really. This is going to be a fantastic race. These guys are going to put it, and gals, my apologies, guys and gals tonight, are going to put it all out on the line tonight just for you guys out there watching. So this is going to be a fantastic event. Trying to connect into the chat here with on my separate set of headphones to find out when qualifying is going to start here, so it should be coming very soon. So we're just going to stick with you guys here and continue on chatting away. Let's break the ice this evening. Let's see. Let's go with a nice little dad joke here, ladies and gentlemen. What do we got here? We got, what do we got? Let me think real quick off the top of my head. What sound does a racing vacuum make? Anybody? Anybody? Broom, broom. Ha ha. Dun dun dun. Shh. All right. Enough of the bad jokes here. I don't know if the guys can hear me or not right now. My phone is not working very well here. All right. Unfortunately, where I'm living at right now, we've had some severe flooding after a big storm, and it's kind of affected a little bit of my equipment. So. The stream, I've worked very diligently over the last couple of days to make sure that the broadcast is going to run 100%, so we've got the broadcast as a priority here today, so we're going to make sure that you guys get every second of the action as it goes down here tonight. So why did the barber win? How did the barber win his race? Oof, I'm not very good with these jokes off the top of my head. Because he took a shortcut, ladies and gentlemen. Because he took a shortcut. And we'll just go a little loop around here and we'll take a quick little look at these beautiful liveries that the guys have come up with. And gals. We got Venom there, Rio there, we got Presidio there. They're all just, they're probably having their drivers meeting right now. Is probably what's happening, actually. So, things will start commencing here shortly. I am just literally waiting for the word here, so. Alright, so Sardinia A is an absolutely amazing track. It's going to be a lot of side-by-side racing, I suspect, on this racetrack. It has really wide straightaways. It has most of the corners you can go through 2x2. There's a couple of corners where it's really not a good idea to go through 2x2, and you'll see that as the race progresses, obviously, when we get things underway here. But for the most part, this is a pretty wide racetrack, and the drivers should be very comfortably able to run 2x2 when necessary. While trying to make moves here. So as long as the drivers stay fairly patient, there's plenty of opportunity to get around another driver or try to make that move. So what a great corner shot right there. Absolutely great corner shot. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so let us see. Who do we think is going to win this race? I asked that a little bit earlier. I'm watching the YouTube channel here, so please feel free to comment who you think's got enough to take this race home from all of these absolutely top-notch drivers from the GT Champions divisions this year. These guys are just going to put it all out of the line. They've been in there, you know, talking to each other and razzing each other a little bit and egging each other on. So I really suspect that this is going to be just an absolutely banger of a race, for real, for real. All right, so I am really struggling here, chat, to get my phone to work properly here so I can keep you in the know, you know what I mean? We definitely want to keep you in the know. But as I said, because of the massive flooding in the area where I'm at, the cell phones have really been struggling here, so I'm just trying to get into the chat and find out when we're getting the proceedings going here. There we go. Oh, man. Okay, they can't hear me. All right. Okay, I've got it working. I can hear what's going on now, so. All right, qualifying is starting, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get to the business, shall we? All right. So, this is a little bit different from GT Champions. Typically, when we run our seasons races, the grid order is already predetermined based off of, with the exception of the first race of the season, of course, but your position is based off of each individual driver's fastest lap, and then they take the fastest lap from all those drivers, and that person starts in the back all the way up to the slowest lap who gets pole position for the following race. This race is different because it's an all-stars race. We're actually going to be rocking a 10-minute qualifier here, so you guys are really going to get to see what each driver's looking like as they're going around the track here. This is going to be absolutely so fun. This is going to be so much fun. So everything is going to be happening here real shortly. Looks like we had a driver that was suffering from a good old classic Gran Turismo pit glitch, so they've just jumped out and rejoined into the room here. We're just going to go back. Oh, hey, wrong screen. We're just going to go back up to the opening scene here for a minute until we get all this sorted out. Alright. So, again, everybody, the GT Champions All-Stars race is presented by RWB Racing. And again, RWB Racing is just a fantastic group. I'm a part of the group page as well. And these are just a really large group of people that are just absolutely love racing. Love race cars, love engines, love anything that goes fast. And if you can race it, they're interested in it. So fantastic group. So naturally, huge into simulated racing. Simulated racing is becoming a very popular sport, and it's so much fun. It really is so much fun. And I mean, look at this chat. Look at the graphics. The graphics in this is just phenomenal. If you weren't 100% sure that this was a real race or a video game race, it would be really hard to tell 100%, 100%. So the guys are still warming up here. Oh, they are having some fun in that chat, ladies and gentlemen. They are having some fun in that chat. It is going to be just a great competition tonight. We're just waiting for everything to get going here, so. Actually, I think they're working on it right now, so. So this is our Division 2 broadcaster, the lovely Taddy, and she's on her qualifying run right now, so. Or just a warm-up run. We got Ace Rio and Captain Muffin. Just like the Division 1 races, very, very close together in very, very close quarters. And doesn't really look like they're helping each other a whole lot here. It looks like they are just trying to go as fast and hard as they can. But as you can see, as I was saying earlier, that it is very possible for the drivers here to race 2x2. And in some instances, I suppose you could push it 3x3 if you really wanted to. Never the best of ideas on a racetrack to make that a three-way battle going into a corner, however. But this is an all-star race. Who knows what is going to happen? It is going to be absolutely exciting. Sponsors for this beautiful event are a Detailing Group. Detailing Group, again, is a software design firm that does architectural and structural drawings for steel buildings. Anything steel, anything structural, anything that's related to that. So they have a firm, and they do architectural and engineered spec drawings via digital programming. And what that allows them to do is really home in and get around the little problems that may come up throughout a building of a project. Absolutely fantastic stuff that Detailing Group goes, and for more information just head over to their website and really go see what they're about, guys and gals. So our second sponsor for the evening is High Pre Graphics as well, and High Pre Graphics are the people behind absolutely the amazing graphics that you guys see during all the broadcasts here at GT Champions, and it's just fantastic stuff. They look so great, so great. This is a 5.118 kilometer long track as well. A little bit about Sardinia. Again, it's on a resort island in Italy. It is a fictional track provided by Polyphony Digital to Gran Turismo. So it's just one of those tracks that's a lot of players really like to drive. It actually provides for really good racing, and it's pretty high speed, with the exception of a couple of tight corners throughout little parts of it. This sector here is a little bit of a technical sector that we see Gorski going through here right now, and he's rocking that beautiful HBR livery on his Austin Martin here. We'll go down through the field here and just continue to look around as we got Chevy 210, and with just that gorgeous gold livery right there. And then, of course, we have I Am Supermex, who was our third place finisher in the Division 3 series this past season that just finished up a couple of weeks ago, as he's took a really, really beautiful line coming out of that corner, and in all honesty, he came out of it much slower than he probably could have. He had a lot of racetrack left there. That corner is a high-speed corner, and you really need to get really tight to that inside left wall, and right at that apex, you can kind of start to get back on the throttle, and you really want to get close to the right side wall coming out of the exit, and you will come out of there with just an amazing amount of speed. This is an absolutely amazing racetrack to drive on. We have Egon here as well, and just this lovely Egon standard livery that we always see. I continue hitting the wrong button on my controllers here. My apologies, everybody. Yeah, we have J-Rod here. We just gotta wait till the camera gives us a... Oh, he's got an absolutely beautiful livery here with that nice RWB on the spoiler there. And a nice, lovely little Texas implication there on the rear fenders. Absolutely gorgeous livery there from J-Rod. And then we got Taddy here. Let's take a look at Taddy's. See if we can... A little secret about Taddy's car is her and Presidio have been having some interesting conversations throughout the week about this race, and there could be some interesting decals on this car, so we'll have to keep our eye throughout the race to see if we can find some of these. Oh yeah, she does. She has something going on in the back there. I just can't quite read it. Yeah, no, my eyes just are not that good. And Ace Rio, we haven't gotten a chance to take a look at Ace Rio's livery here yet this evening. So as we take a look, typical Ace Rio fashion, just that lovely bright green implication in those liveries of his, and fantastic stuff. Ooh, Venom just clipped the corner of that wall there. Just clipped it. These V12 Aston Martins are absolutely just beasts of a car. They well, have a V12 in them, so they've got an amazing amount of power behind them. All right, well, let's get up to the front of the pack here. Let's go see. We haven't seen Mazda's yet, so let's take a look at Mazda's livery here real quick. Ooh, and he is cruising. He got a little bit squirrely there. As you can see, these drivers are absolutely putting it all on the line right now. You can tell just by how hard they're pushing those corners on every corner. They're looking for that absolute maximum amount of speed they can get out of every corner, taking the whole racetrack, and in that case, just a little bit extra. We have Bipolar Express. Now we know Bipolar Express is an absolutely blazing fast driver, and rocking that beautiful Nemesis Lab livery there, as Bipolar always has those amazing Nemesis Labs liveries. Yeah, Captain Muffin. A little bit different than what we usually see from Captain Muffin. Usually he's got that classic white and orange Malibu's livery going there, but he put a little extra love to that livery this time. It really gave a beautiful livery to all the viewers out there today. This is going to be a really good time. I think we're starting to get ready to qualify here. I'm not sure. I think Captain Muffin is probably pretty satisfied with what he has here. And we're just going to keep an eye on Bipolar as he's still on a lap here, so he is going to call it right there. And we got Presidio here doing some juicy burnouts. And we have Mazda here. All right. We didn't get a chance to take a look at Spec 1's livery here either throughout the field here, as the drivers were jockeying around positions as they were running their qualifiers here. So it's looking like we have Captain Muffin, Bipolar Express, Mazda, RR Spec 1, Presidio, Taddy, Black Friday, Igorski, Magic Man, Ace Rio, Chevy 210, Egon, J-Rod, Mex, and Venom. Alright, we are going to be getting underway here shortly, ladies and gentlemen. They are just setting the grid orders right now, so this race is about to get underway. So again, we have two different types of tire compounds here this evening that the drivers are allowed to use. They're allowed to use one set of soft tires and one set of medium tires throughout this race. This is only a 1 hour endurance, and just gonna catch up a chat. We got Rockefeller Racing, let's go RR, let's go Magic Man. We got Polar fans are here. Hello race fans. All right, we definitely got the fans out this evening to cheer their boys on, cheer their favorite drivers on. I am personally rooting for the streamers this evening. I'm a little biased, I suppose, but I got my money on either Taddy or Presidio Dog at sneaking one out of these division drivers. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This is a lot of fun. The fact that the broadcasters get to sit there after doing a whole season of watching these amazing drivers run around all these amazing racetracks and these amazing race cars, they finally get on track with these guys and really test their mettle against some of the best drivers in the league. So this is going to be absolutely interesting to watch. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. You know, I feel like a Waltrip moment right here. Like boogity boogie boogie, let's get racing, fans! Oh yeah! I'm not 100% sure what's going on here yet, but. We had to do a lobby reset earlier because I couldn't get into the lobby. Now, we had a couple drivers right before the event started there that had some pit glitch issues. So hopefully, everything goes as according to planned from here on out. And the drivers are just getting all those spins and all that aggression out here in the meantime. Oh, Magic Man has an absolutely beautiful livery here. Oh, that is beautiful. Let's get on him and go really get a look at that livery. That is an absolutely gorgeous livery that we have on Magic Man's car here. Now the Gran Turismo stewards have got to be just beside themselves right now. We have drivers running up the racetrack backwards. We have drivers spinning donuts in the middle of the straightaway. I mean, these guys are really enjoying themselves, and gal are really enjoying themselves this evening. So it's really great to see, and that's just going to make for that much of a better event here this evening, a better All-Stars race. All these guys, I was in with chat with them earlier before we went live here, and they are all just ecstatic about jumping into this race and just giving it their all. It's gonna be epic. I agree, Blaker. Who you rooting for? Who you rooting for, Blaker? There we go. Had to do a reset on the lobby is what's going on, so just bear with here. We're going to get back out on track right away. There we go. Alright guys, 5 minutes. Race starts in 5 minutes. He's got a nice little sombrero on the back of his car there. That was pretty spectacular. Let's try to kind of maybe give us a little bit of a chance to that's the button I'm looking for. Really gives us a good chance to take a look at the car while it's sitting still here. Very nice. Absolutely. Very nice. We have Ace Rio here. We have our RWB Venom right here. They're all just getting reset and ready to start this absolutely amazing event. RR Spec 1. A little bit different than what we usually see from Spec 1 here. We got a little bit of, instead of the typical white and black that we normally see in the races, he's really went and splashed some color in on that car, and it looks really great. It looks really great. Rockefeller Racing. So we do have two drivers representing Rockefeller Racing here this evening. Alright, so Blaker's looking for the Icer boys. Mazda and Black Friday. That's who we're rooting for here. Beautiful, all the way from Australia. Thank you so much for tuning in all the way from Australia, my friend. And we got Taddy right here. Let's see if we can see what that bumper says, shall we? PrideAtTheDragon.com. Alright. Alright. She's got the Twitch page up on the rear spoiler there. Just gorgeous liveries. These drivers just did an amazing job. RWB on the front. Absolutely beautiful. Bipolar Express with that Nemesis Lab livery that he always has. Absolutely beautiful liveries. Nemesis Lab is a great company. They make full simulation rigs, and if you're looking for a rig, check them out on their website. Black Fridays, very well done as well. Love that way that he faded the purple right into the white in the hood there. Really, really well done car here. We're just kind of trying to get a good, and Presidio Dog himself, of course. Rocking that proud RWB Racing. The man behind GT Champions himself, ladies and gentlemen. And his teammate Agorski. We have several RWB drivers in the field tonight as well. I believe there's 4 RWB drivers in this field tonight. So it's going to be a little bit interesting to see if the team dynamic does come into play in this race. Are the teammates going to work together to help push each other up to the front of the field? Or are these guys just going to have a little bit of friendly competitiveness and say, nah, I want to win, catch me if you can? That's what we're looking for here right now. Right? Are the teams going to work together, or are they just going to battle each other? We're about to find out very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Captain Muffin. Egon. I believe Egon is an independent racer this season. And pro Canadian, love that flag on the back of Egon's car. I'm Canadian, so it doesn't, you know, I shouldn't shock everybody. But just the way he put that flag into the back of the car there is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Venom. Venom's car. Yeah, we've seen Venom. J-Rod. There we go. We haven't had a good chance to really get a nice look at J-Rod's livery here. Classic blue and white, and I can't get the side view because for some reason half my buttons won't let me do anything today, but we'll make do. We will make do. Just want to make sure we didn't miss anybody. I don't think we've caught Mazdas yet, so absolutely beautiful car. The drivers just did an amazing job on these liveries. They really, really did go all out for this race, so I seriously can't wait for this race to start. I'm getting anxious. I want this thing to start. I want to see the action go down tonight. You can start to tell they're getting serious here now. The lines are tightening up. They're not really messing around as much anymore. And we're about to get this thing underway. Alright. We're just going to get you guys all your information here. We'll turn that on when the race starts. Alright. Everybody's just verifying that everything's good to go here, and we'll be starting this race very shortly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready? Ladies and gentlemen, our 60-minute All-Stars event is about to get underway. Oh, this is going to be exciting. This is going to be exciting. Ooh, here we go, here we go. Come on, let's get it going. It's all I've been thinking about all day long is this race. All day long. Sitting there doing that work, just chilling, and it's like, no, no, oh man, is it time for this race yet? No, no, it's not time for this race yet. And we are about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen. Racers, start your engines. Oh yeah. Let's get racing. Woo! Alright, so the field. P1, Egon. Second, Supermax. Third, Venom. Fourth, Chevy. Fifth, Rio. We got RWB J-Rod starting at 6th. Magic Man is 7th. We got Igorski in 8th. Friday in 9th. Taddy in 10th. Presidio, Spec 1 Mazda, and Muffin. So let's get this race underway. The lights are red, they're revving up. Are we going? And we're off, ladies and gentlemen. Egon gets a very decent start here, but it looks like Max has got that nice, beautiful run. Is he going to take him on the inside? We got 3 wide, potentially 4 wide coming into this first corner here. Oh, this is going to get it. Here we go, here we go. Okay, Egon out in front, holding the position. We got Max in second, and it looks like Chevy just sneaks ahead of Mazda there. Ooh, pardon me. Oh my. We got a fight for third here right away, and it is just crazy in this midfield. Look at this, 3 wide, 4 wide in behind here. As Black Friday gets through, and 3 wide. Oh, Mazda makes a little bit of contact there. Looks like everybody's okay. That's what happens when you try to go through these corners 3 wide, ladies and gentlemen. We were talking about this a little earlier in the broadcast. So the races are off, and boy, they are not taking prisoners here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and we have Magic Man get into the wall a little bit here. Looks like he lost just 1 spot there and has... This is so crazy. Holy moly, okay. Woo! Yeah, Presidio all over the back end of him here. Let's get up to the front of the pack here. We have Egon, who is starting to break away from the pack just a tiny little bit. 1 second gap here, so breaking that toe right away. That's what you want to do if you can get out in front right away, is you want to break that toe. So Egon is off in first. We're going to head over to Supermax here in second. We've got J-Rod in third. He did take a look there. He was maybe thinking about sticking his nose in there. Decided better of it. Get a little closer. Make the move when the time's right. J-Rod here in third place, trying to shake down Supermax. He's trying to catch back up to Egon. Let's get you some race info here, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. And we're calling a red flag. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are calling a red flag. So, what that means is we're going to reset the grid and we're going to start this race again. So, it looks like... I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest, but we are resetting. So we do have a red flag called. We are resetting this race. So, while the race is being reset, the guys are going to go back out on the track. They're going to, run a few corners until everything's reset. And a little bit of a argy-bargy race there, but I believe it looked like somebody either created a large incident. Typically what happens is on the first lap, if there's more than, I believe it's a 3-car incident that causes severe damage to racers, they'll red flag the race. Or if somebody gets stuck on the starting grid as in a glitch, then they will call a red flag and reset the grid. So we get to do this all over again, everybody, so let's go. Let's make this a turn it up loud moment, ladies and gentlemen. Crank the volume up on your phones, crank the volume up on your headphones, your headsets, your laptops, your TVs, whatever it is that you guys are viewing from today. Let's make some noise. Alright, so let's see if Egon can get that great start again. Yeah, it sure looks like he got an absolutely fantastic start right off the start there again. Max right behind him. Looks like he got an amazing start. And they are going 2 by 2 coming down into the first corner. And it looks like the guys are settling down just a little bit better this time around coming through the first corner here. Everybody makes it through without any major incidents. And lots of 2 by 2 action right at the beginning of this race. And it looks like J-Rod there is trying to make a move on Chevy 210 and gets it done. Gets it done. Very quick, very efficient. Thank you very much. On to the next one. Caddy getting a little bit loose coming out of that corner there. Doesn't seem like she lost a spot though, so she's still sitting there in 4th place. We got Presidio and Chevy now battling for 6th and 7th. And Presidio just gets up ahead of him there. Whew, there's a lot of different races, battles going on here. Let's try to get to them all. Alright, so we got Magic Man. And oh, no, he backed out. He backed out. It's getting a little crazy up in here. We got 3 wide. Chevy out in the middle. Black Friday on the inside. Magic Man backs off. Lets these two fight for the spot. Waits for his moment. Whew. Wow, these guys are just full out. These guys are really, really tasteless. They all want this win tonight. All want this win. And Black Friday going really deep there. Off the edge of the track. Going to be coming into this corner with dirty tires, so he's really got to be cautious. Looked like there was a little bit of contact there between him and the driver beside him. I can't even keep track of it right now. They're swapping spots so fast. And we have a Gorski sitting in 15th here. Looks like he's just kind of chilling. Oh, no, he wasn't chilling. He made a big move. Big move on Taddy. Alright, let's get you guys all that race info here. There we go. Now we got our split time back up. Let's get back up to the front here. Alright. So we have Egon in 1st place with Ace Rio very close behind. Starting to chase him down. And Supermex right behind Ace Rio. These racers are really on it tonight. None of them want to let anybody go. So whoever's up in the lead, they're going to have their work cut out for them today. Alright, we got a little battle between Presidio and J-Rod here. So, as I was talking about earlier, let's see if they decide to work together here for the next few little corners and try to push back up to that front pack. Or are they going to just race each other? Oh, and we're calling one more red, ladies and gentlemen. One more red flag. It looked like Presidio lost his connection and dropped out of the race there. Alright, so we're resetting the grid for the 2nd time. This will be the last red flag in this race. So now if there is any issue with a driver disconnecting or whatever the case may be now, there will not be another red flag called in this race. This race will continue on. So now if a driver loses their spot, they will, if they lose their connection and end up dropping out of the race, that will be the end of the race for them, unfortunately. So hopefully, full damage on, okay, so it was called for a racing incident. So we will be getting back to it shortly. Whew. Poor Egon right now. Out of all the drivers right now, I feel bad for Egon. Egon had a great start, last two runs here, and got out in front and looking fairly comfortable, and now he has to try and do it for a third time. Can Egon keep Supermex at bay for a third time going into the first section of the race, ladies and gentlemen? These poor boys. Sadly, unfortunately, that happens with Gran Turismo sport. Sometimes somebody has a poor connection, or sometimes these guys are just, in this instance it was a racing incident, these guys are going full out. Absolutely full out, and you can tell. I didn't see too many red flags throughout the season in the GT Champion season races, so these guys are really just putting it all on the line. So everybody just needs to take a deep breath. It's a long race. We are here for 60 minutes. Everybody just needs to kind of settle down a little bit, and just get underway. All right, here we go again. Drivers are revving up. They're waiting for that green light, and they're off. Egon. Ooh, it looks like Supermex got a really good start there. It looks like Mex is actually going to get past Egon this time. He's not going to give it up that easily, though. We're going to stay on the front pack here. Let's see what happens coming into the first quarter. We got 3 wide up in the mid there, and Supermex gets him on the outside, still holding first place. Egon hasn't let him go yet, though. These two are doing a fantastic job at taking these corners 2 by 2, by the way. Look at all these drivers going 2 by 2. In some instances, near the back of the pack there, we got drivers going 3 by 3. But absolutely fantastic racing between Supermex and Egon right now. And it looks like Mex does get that done. So we have Supermex in first, we have Egon in second, but Egon's not letting him go. He's not going to let him go. He is still pushing on it. He wants that spot. He's like, excuse me, sir, I would like P1 back. We had a couple cars rubbing the wall slightly there. Everybody has to remember these drivers are on cold tires. It is going to take a little bit to get these tires warmed up before these drivers have really the traction they're looking for. And Egon goes deep, making a move on the inside. And oh, Mex coming back with an absolutely gorgeous cutback. Absolutely gorgeous cutback. He knew that was coming and just let Egon roll right deep. And we go 3 wide with Chevy 10 in the midfield here. Let's go see if we can get a little look at that. Looks like Chevy got through there in 4th place, followed by Black Friday and Captain Muffin. Whoa, Magic Man going worse. Black Friday going a little bit squirrely there. Some of the cars look so close to the same. We got Ace Rio here in 8th. We got Bipolar in 9th. Mazda in 10th. We got Presidio in 11th. We got Spec in 12th. Taddy in 13th. We got Magic Man in 14th. And Agorski sitting in 15th at the moment. It looks like Agorski might have maybe had a little spin there. As he seems like he's a little bit off the back of the pack. So we'll see if he can fight his way back up to the back of the field here. So we are here with Supermex, and he is starting to run a gap out on Egon here. As right now at the live timing, he's slowly gaining about 1/100 of a second every roll of the tire, essentially. So, and we have Egon here in second, now being pressured by Venom a little bit here. So poor Egon, after having such 2 really great starts, has found himself chasing the leader here right now and trying to defend 2nd and 3rd place. So we got a nice little battle going for 3rd place here. It looks like a 4-way battle is developing here. We have Venom sitting in 3rd at the moment. Captain Muffin pressing the issue with Chevy 10 and Black Friday very, very close behind. Just kind of waiting to see what happens between these two. And Muffin trying to make the move on Venom as he's got the inside line here. It looked like just the smallest amount of contact there. Gets the job done. So Captain Muffin now moves up into 3rd place and leaves Venom there chasing. Chevy 210 behind Venom, and Black Friday lost a little bit of time through that section there. Bipolar, the guys are settling in a lot faster here, and Taddy is settling a lot faster into this race. And oh, and Venom gets a little bit of dirt. Ooh, hits the wall. Hopefully his car is going to be all right. We're going to get you guys some race info. All right, there you guys go. Who are we with here? We are with Black Friday is moving up into 4th place after the incident with Venom in the way. Getting a little bit outside on that grass, and just a little too far, too much on the power coming out, and lost the car a little bit there, so it really hurt some positions for him. And we got Mazda coming really, really hard on Chevy 210. Bipolar making a move. Mazda following him through. Absolutely great move by the two drivers right there. And now Chevy 210 has Venom all over the back end of him here. Venom's probably a little bit frustrated there, and it just wants to get that ground made back up. So absolutely great driving this time around here from the drivers so far. We got RR Spec 1 here, not too far behind in 9th place, with Presidio right on top of him, and followed by Taddy right on top of Presidio. So let's watch this quick little battle here, the broadcasters. It looks like this is where the closest battle at the moment is. Yeah. Looks like the drivers in the back end of the pack are starting to settle in a little bit. Presidio looks like he's gonna try and make a move on Spec there, and thought again about it when he came in. Yeah, it sure looked like he was gonna try and take that outside line there. All right, let's get back up to the front of the pack here. Let's see what's going on. Egon has retaken the lead from Supermax, and Captain Muffin has actually moved up into 2nd place. Oh my. There's so much going on in this race, I can't even keep up today. So we have Egon, Captain Muffin, who is very close behind him, pushing the issue here. We only have half a second between the two drivers right now, which is not much. So we're going to stay on Captain Muffin here just briefly as he runs down the main straightaway here. He is in the slipstream and gaining very quickly. Is he going to make a move? He does. He goes and takes the inside line, and he's going to get this move done. Egon tucks in behind him there and just chase him down and wait for his moment to do the same thing, potentially even in the same spot. So Captain Muffin now in the lead of the All-Star race, and Egon in a very close second and still pushing the issue. He's not going to let him go. And we have Supermax there chasing the group back down. So just a small amount of battling makes a big difference for the drivers that are trying to chase the next group in front of them down. So Supermax right now is just working on getting back close to these drivers and probably hoping for one of two things to happen. Either one of them makes a mistake, or they just start battling, which will give them a chance to get right back on top of them. As we see Mazda getting into the wall a little bit there behind Bipolar Express. These drivers are just laying it all on the line. All on the line. Every one of these drivers wants this win today. As Mazda thinks about making a move here, decides better not, just gets that clean air. We have to remember when these cars are slipstreaming each other. Oh, and Black Friday spins out. Presidio down. It just looks like he got collected a little bit there from the incident that happened in front of him. Hopefully both these drivers are okay. Unfortunately, my replays aren't working today, so we're not sure what happened there. And Presidio is looking like he's struggling a little bit after that incident as Ace Rio goes by him there. That was a pretty bad little bit of a collection there. He is most likely got a little bit of damage there from that incident. Really unfortunate for Presidio Dog, as he was doing really well in the midfield and pressing there. So we'll have to keep our eye on that. He is coming into the pit, so he most certainly has suffered some major damage, unfortunately, in that incident. And we're just going to make sure that the boss man here isn't taking tires or fuel in his stop. We're watching, my man. We're watching. Really unfortunate for Presidio. But, again, this is a long race. Anything can happen. And we'll continue to see how it goes for Presidio trying to catch back up to the pack here. So let's get back up in the lead. And Captain Muffin is starting to really pull away from Egon. Last time we checked there, it was only about a 0.4 of a second gap. Now we're up to 2.2 seconds. So Captain Muffin looking like he's very much so in control of this race at the moment, and just trying to pull as far away from the pack as possible at this point. Clean air, time to go. Egon is 1.1 seconds ahead of 3rd and 4th place there as well, trying to catch back up to Captain Muffin, but at the same time trying to also pull that gap from the drivers in behind him. 3rd place we have Bipolar Express, and I mean, you honestly cannot count any of these drivers out of this race. All these drivers have the capability of driving through the field and winning this event tonight. So that these guys are going to continue to keep me on my toes and keep the fans on the edge of their seats without a question of a doubt. So Mazda is chasing Bipolar down. It actually kind of looks like they are working together a little bit. He's going to move outside, get some clean air as we move into the corner, and then tucks right back in. It does look like Mazda and Bipolar have formed a little bit of an alliance to catch up to Egon here. So if they continue to work together like this, by the end of this lap, they're going to be right on top of Egon and putting the pressure. So let's stick with this just for a minute. As great sportsmanship from the drivers here. You see a little bit of strategy starting to come into play in this race very early on already. All these drivers are smart, technical, strategic drivers, and they know when to push and when you need to work together. And right now, Bipolar, Express, and Mazda are exactly doing that, working together, catch up to Egon, and get around Egon and hopefully catch up to Captain Muffin. At the same time, this could work in Egon's advantage as well, because now he has a drafting pack to work with, and he can either spend all his time trying to defend these guys off, or when they catch him and try to make the move, just let him go, get into that slipstream, and have a nice little three-way train there to start chasing down Captain Muffin. As Captain Muffin is very quickly gaining a lead. And then we have Mex here in 5th place. He's very comfortable sitting in 5th place at the moment. He's trying to catch that pack up ahead, but little deep. Gets a hold of it. So let's see if Spec has enough to make the move on him here as Mex makes a little bit of a braking error going into this corner. And Spec is just taking his time here. He's just gonna, by the end of the straight here, he should be within a couple tenths of a second of Supermex, and he'll continue working on closing that gap up to make a move on Supermex. So we will try to keep our eye on that. Taddy's sitting in 7th place, looking very good at the moment, but Venom is going to start putting the pressure on here shortly. He looked like he was going to think about sticking his nose in going into that corner, but thought better of it. Figured, nah, I need to get a little bit closer before I go ahead and do that. And Taddy is looking very, very, very good right now. Taddy is looking very strong around the circuit, hitting those apexes very, very nicely, not giving Venom really any room to even think about making a move. She's like, look at mister, you want to get by me? You got to take the long way around, my friend. So, absolutely fantastic stuff from these two drivers right now. And Venom is really working hard to try and catch up to Taddy here. Taddy is really rolling right now. Let's go, Taddy. Let's go. I'm biased. Broadcaster cheering for the broadcaster. In 9th place, we have Magic Man here from Rockefeller Racing with that absolutely beautiful livery. I absolutely love that livery. It is probably my favorite one out of the group today, and he just does absolutely phenomenal liveries, ladies and gentlemen. He is one of the best in the business without a question of a doubt. And we have J-Rod sitting here in 10th. Again, beautiful car here. Let's see if we can get a little side look at that nice little Texas flag on the side there. Everything's better in Texas, right, ladies and gentlemen? We have Black Friday sitting in 11th. We have Chevy 210 sitting in 12th. He was sitting very strong at the beginning of the race there. I'm not sure if he's had an incident that's caused a little bit of contact maybe, and it's just slowed him down a little bit. And we have Agorski sitting right behind him as well. And as we're going through the field here, I haven't really been paying attention, but I'm not sure if all the drivers are on the same tire strategy. So let's take a look. So and Venom getting a little bit loose there trying to get around Taddy, and Taddy's just like, whoa, and she got a little loose getting back around Venom as Magic Man is now trying to take advantage of this. So we are going 3 wide. Taddy backs out. Probably a good call. That could have been very bad for all 3 of these drivers. It could have been absolutely disastrous for their races. So they tuck back in single file here. Venom takes 7th place from Taddy, and Taddy holds off Magic Man, still sitting there in 9th place. Magic Man is just waiting for that moment. He almost had that opportunity to take advantage of that battle between the two of them there, and just couldn't quite get it done. That car got a little bit loose in the back end on him, and he just couldn't get the power down to get through. Absolutely fantastic racing by these 3 drivers. Absolutely fantastic. It's hard to really get away from this because I feel like the moment I leave this little 3-way battle here, I am going to miss it. But we are going to rip through the field here real quick. Make sure we're not missing anything. And Presidio is now on the march back to the pack. So Captain Muffin with a 2.8 second lead in the race. Not really gaining a lot right now. The drivers behind him are starting to have that pace that he's on. So, and Bipolar got around Egon. And, oh, there we go. We got a little battle going right here. We got Egon trying to hold off Mazda right now. It's going to be a tough feat. It's going to be a tough feat. He is on the inside track. Mazda with an absolutely beautiful move on the outside. That was a gorgeous move on the outside. Absolutely fantastic driving by Mazda right there. He earned that spot. Egon did not give him the easy route. And Mazda was just like, fine, I'll see you later, fella. Catch me if you can. So now Egon's sitting down in 4th place. He did start P1 on the grid. So now finding himself falling off the podium here. So he's got a little bit of work to do to go and get Mazda right now. Absolutely amazing drive by Mazda to hold that on the outside. And Spec 1 now chasing Egon down. There is a 2-second gap there, so we'll keep our eye on that. We've got Mex in behind Spec. Again, same thing. He's got a little bit of a gap there as the drivers are kind of starting to spread out. We have Venom in 7th here, and Taddy has not let Venom go. So the big question is here now, are these two now working together? Or is Taddy going to battle him and try and get that position? It sure kind of looked like going into the corner that they were working together. Oh, I heard somebody go spinning. Black Friday did just spin out there, trying to get the car going, and looks like there was a racing incident between J-Rod and Black Friday there, as we've seen J-Rod sitting at the edge of the track there waiting for Black Friday to get back on the track. So that tells me that there was a contact that caused Black Friday to lose control of his car, and great sportsmanship by J-Rod right there, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for J-Rod for the sportsmanship there. He knew that he made a mistake and made sure to give the spot back. So absolutely fantastic stuff right there. And by doing so, also cost himself an extra position. But fantastic job by J-Rod, and hats off to our driver right there. Absolutely fantastic sportsmanship. That's what this is all about, ladies and gentlemen. We are competitors, but we're also family, and there's also mad respect between all the competitors and all the drivers. It shows right there. It shows right there. Oh, and Captain Muffin getting a little deep, hitting the wall there, creating some sparks, scratching up that beautiful paint job there. I'm sure the sponsors are not going to like that too much. The car's going to have to go to the body shop after this one, folks. And we've got Bipolar Express really pushing hard. Bipolar Express has closed that gap by 1.8 seconds. So I'm not sure if Muffin has just made a mistake or if Bipolar Express is just on it right now and like, hey, buddy, see me? I'm right here. Looky, looky, looky. All right, so we got Spec in 4th, and Egon has lost 4th place to our Spec 1 now, so I'm not sure if Egon is maybe suffering from some damage, or if he's just struggling with the car a little bit here, but he's slowly dropping down the field here, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as the pit window comes closer. We have Supermex back in 6th place. We have Venom and Taddy still sitting 7th, 8th, with Magic Man now closing back up. Let's stick with this little group of 3 here for a minute. I am watching up front there. I'll be watching to see if there's going to be a potential move made up front. And it does kind of look like Bipolar Express has really closed up the gap. So let's see what's happening up front here. And we have Captain Muffin who's running very consistent times. Look at these times. These times are absolutely consistent. With the exception of one 142 lap there, they're all within 0.5 of a second of each other. And take a look. Oh yeah, Bipolar Express is absolutely pushing the issue. Having the fastest lap 2 laps ago. So Bipolar Express is definitely all over Captain Muffins. He wants that 1st place. He's coming for it. He's gonna go and he's working. We got Mazda sitting here in 3rd, trying to catch back up to Captain Muffin and Bipolar, and it looks like he's just slightly losing a little bit of ground. Not too much though, so we will be keeping it, and it is on a purple sector at the moment, so right now Mazda is on a potential fastest lap of the race. Spec in 4th, Egon in 5th,
We got Mex in 6th. Absolutely great shot through that corner. Absolutely great shot through that corner. As we have Venom and Taddy and Magic Man all coming through. And Magic Man really pushing. Looks like he's a little side-to-side glitching there. I hope everything's okay with the connection. Hopefully that stabilizes a little bit. Oh no. And Magic Man has actually disconnected. So we have lost one of our Rockefeller Racing drivers due to disconnection. And there won't be a red flag called here, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, that is the end of Magic Man's race, which is absolutely unfortunate. Absolutely unfortunate. And we have, this is a little bit of a surprise. We have Ace Rio sitting back here in 9th place. Now, is Ace Rio just kind of biding his time, doing what Ace Rio does, and just conserving the tires, conserving the fuel, maybe trying to get a little bit of a jump come pit window? Is he going to start pushing as we get closer to the pit window? It's very unlike Ace Rio to be in the mid-pack at this point in the race. If you guys have been watching all season long, Ace Rio is absolutely blazing fast driver. And I believe he is one of the fastest drivers in Malaysia right now. So, a little bit shocking to see Ace Rio in 9th place. But is he just kind of playing mind games? Is he just chilling back there? And just, like I said, saving those tires and saving that fuel. We have Agorski sitting here in 10th. We have Black Friday in 11th. J-Rod starting to try and put a little bit of pressure back on Black Friday here. We have Chevy 210 now coming up behind them. And we've got the man, Presidio Dog, the man behind the league itself, trying to catch up to the back of the pack here. He's actually doing a really good job. He was about 24 seconds behind the guy in front of him last time we went through the field, and is now only 14 seconds. So Presidio is doing an absolutely fantastic job at regaining on the pack here. So again, Captain Muffin sitting in 1st place. And things are looking like they're settled in here as we start to approach the quarter, a little over a quarter point of the way. So I guess we're a third of the way through this race already. We're just going to run through the field really quickly here. We have Smex, we have Venom, Ace Rio. Ace Rio has just gone past Taddy. We had just missed that. So we were just talking about whether or not Ace Rio was just kind of biding his time and saving his tires and his fuel to start pushing, and it seems like that may exactly be what he's doing. So let's stick with Ace Rio here for a few turns and see if he just tucks in behind Venom here and works with Venom, or if he's just going to go around Venom and start trying to get some time back on Supermax here. And we got Joe up in chat saying, "Let's go Agorski." We got some RWB Racing fans up in the chats, ladies and gentlemen. Way to go, Max. Come on, Chevy. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. And it looks like Rio's just kind of chilling. Oh, he blew past Venom right there. We just missed that. I think it was in the back shot there as the camera was panning. So now Ace Rio is going to start making that push now. So let's see what that gap between Rio and Mex is. About 4.3 seconds. So we'll check on that in about a lap. And we got Venom here with Taddy very close behind. It does seem like these two are kind of trying to work together. Right now, Taddy could very easily pull out and make a move on Venom here with that slipstream. But as you can see, she's just bum drafting in the back room here. So we do have a little bit of teamwork happening here right now to try and catch back up to the front pack of the field. Absolutely fantastic stuff. We love to see it. We really do. And Agorski sitting here up in 10th place right now. Just kind of doing his own thing. There's no pressure behind him. He's got nice, good, clean air in front of him. He can just worry about running those laps and knocking those times down and then catching up. We have J-Rod here, who has now gone around Chevy 210 and sitting up in 11th place. Chevy has gone around Black Friday. I think Black Friday has had another incident because now Presidio is sitting in 13th here. And Black Friday I'm not sure what happened there. He must have spun. He had to have spun. I'm so sorry my replays aren't working, guys. All this will be much better coming into the next season. I'll have keyboards and everything running properly again. I do apologize that we don't have the live replays today. So the gap between Captain Muffin and Bipolar Express hasn't changed much in the last couple laps. It's been anywhere between low 1 second and about 1.3 seconds, which is absolutely fantastic. And I mean, fuel and tires may become a factor as we get closer to the end of this first stint here, so it might just be a case of the guys are just trying to conserve the most amount of fuel they can so they don't have to take a whole lot of fuel when they get into the pits, and in doing so might gain yourself 3, 4, 5 seconds coming out of those pits of the driver in front of you, and that could really make the difference of a position. Mazda is slowly starting to lose the front two. He was about 4 seconds last time we checked in, and about 6 seconds behind now, but still looking very good. A little bit wide there, getting into the wall. Little sparks flying. That'll be a little paint repair there as well for his body, guys. And Spec 1 sitting in fourth, looking very comfortable right now. Very consistent lap times. And just nice clean air, and let's get caught up to third place here. So we'll be keeping our eye on Spec 1. Egon sitting here in fifth. Hasn't really lost a whole lot of time on Spec 1. Hasn't really gained a whole lot of time on Spec 1. He's just kind of doing the same thing, putting down the laps, trying to keep those times consistent. Hopefully one of the drivers in front makes a mistake, and that's either enough to get close up on behind somebody or get around them for the position. Supermex is, however, starting to close that gap up between himself and Egon, so we'll be keeping an eye on that very quickly. And Ace Rio is pushing. Look at Ace Rio right now, ladies and gentlemen. He was sitting behind in 9th place there, just chilling, and in a matter of the last 2 laps has gained 2 positions and almost within slipstream range of Supermex here. By another lap, I fully suspect to see Ace Rio starting to push the issue with Max here. And Bipolar has gone into the pits. So he went into the pits extremely early here. And comes out in 10th place, but he is the first one to pit. So maybe Bipolar is thinking about maybe a little bit of an undercut on Captain Muffin there with that decision. As we have J-Rod and Chevy also coming into the pit lane. Now the pit window just opened up about a minute ago. So absolutely fantastic stuff. So the pit window will be open now until the 35 minutes into the race, and we'll have to keep our eye on these drivers. Presidio also in the pits as well, getting some tires, getting some fuel, and we'll just keep our eyes and see where he comes out here. And J-Rod is going to come out in 11th spot. Black Friday just coming by the pits, just chooses to go through for another lap. Chevy coming out there in 13th. And Presidio coming out in 14th position. Really unfortunate we lost one of our drivers. Absolutely, I'm sure he's just gutted right now, and I'm sure that the boys over at Rockefeller Racing are absolutely gutted for him as well. But that is what happens in racing, especially in sim racing. Unfortunately, we are at the mercy of our internet connections, sadly. Alright, so Captain Muffin is now in the pits. This is what we were waiting for. Is Captain Muffin going to stay in front of Bipolar Express? We're just going to wait for this pit stop to go through because it is going to be very close. As Zagorski's just gone by. And, oh, he comes out right on top of those two. We have J-Rod, we have Black Friday, Chevy 210, Presidio. Captain Muffin came out, looks like behind Bipolar. So Bipolar got the job done by coming in right at the beginning of that pit window. The guy gets the undercut done, so when all the drivers finally make their pit stops, Bipolar Express will have the lead of this race. As I said earlier, these drivers are extremely tactical and extremely strategic, so Bipolar pulling the trigger on the undercut and getting it done. So after all the pit stops are finished here in the pit window, Bipolar Express will be leading this race, as Igorski is sitting there in ninth behind. Igorski has not pit yet, so he will eventually be out of the gap in between these two drivers. So Bipolar Express really right now just needs to put the pedal to the metal and get as much distance on Captain Muffin as he can, while Captain Muffin has Igorski in front of him on older tires, and potentially holding him up a little bit here. So we are going to just watch this for a minute and see how long it does take for Captain Muffin to get around Igorski here. And he's going to make the move right here. He does take the inside line and should have this done quite easily. And Igorski just gives him the space to go, knowing that he's on the older tires. So the gap between Captain Muffin and Bipolar Express is 2.8 seconds right now. We will absolutely be keeping our eyes on that, as Taddy has now come into the pits for her stop. And Igorski as well has come into the pits for his stop. So we still have Mazda sitting in first place at the moment, and RR Spec and Supermex as well. Ace Rio sitting there, Egon. So the top 5 drivers have not made their pit stops yet. Venom in 6th place. We got Bipolar Express in 7th, Captain Muffin in 8th, Taddy in 9th. Igorski has now just come out of the pits, sitting in 10th place. Looks like one position back of where he was before he went into the pits, but again, we have not had a full round of pit stops as of yet. I'm just looking through, so we have Mazda, and we do suspect to see these drivers in the next... If it's not going to be this lap, these drivers will be in the next lap, because they do have to be out of the pits no later than 35 minutes and 1 second after remaining into the race, pardon me. If they do, they will receive a disciplinary action from our lovely stewards. And Spec has now come into the pits. Supermax has opted to take one more lap, as well as Ace Rio and Egon as well, deciding to take one more lap around the track. So at the moment, Bipolar Express does sit 5th, but once the top 4 drivers make their pit stops, he will retain the lead of the race, with Captain Muffin now chasing him down and losing a little bit of time on Bipolar Express at the moment. So Captain Muffin has a little bit of work to do here to try and regain the lead of this race. And Spec 1 does come out in 7th place after his stop, and we now have Venom in the pit as well. Coming out in 8th place, and again, let's see if him and Taddy regain their little bit of teamwork they had going before the round of pit stops and continue trying to push each other back up to the front of the pack. Igorski settled in 10th, J-Rod in 11th, Chevy in 12th, Presidio now sitting in 13th, and Black Friday at the back of the pack at the moment, trying to get back to the back of the pack here. So we'll stick with Mazda here. We know he's going to have to come into the pits. He might have time for one more lap. He has time for one more lap, so he decides to opt and go for yet another lap. And obviously trying to make up as much time as he can on Bipolar Express, hoping to come out in front of Bipolar Express when he finally does decide to make his pit stop. And Mex and Rio also... Are they both going to hit the pits? Egon is in the pits. So Mazda is our last remaining driver to make the pit stop, still sitting in first place. So once Mazda comes around this lap, he will have to pit. He will not have time to make another lap and get out of the pits in time. So yeah, really unfortunate, Magic Man, brother. Really unfortunate, brother. That was a beautiful livery. I wanted to see that thing sitting in the podium, brother. I really did. Oh, and we've lost YouTube chat for a minute because my phone died. We'll be back with that in a moment. We're just going to stick with Mazda here. Right now, there's not really any battles going on the track. Everybody's just trying to regain their position here. As Egon ends up coming out in 9th. I'm not sure if Egon made a mistake there. Well, that's just where he came out in the pits. So running those extra laps really, unfortunately, didn't do Egon any favors there. He ends up losing a couple more positions after his rounds of pit stops. And Mazda had no choice. He's got 1% fuel left, ladies and gentlemen. 1% fuel left. And we're just going to watch to see if he comes out in front of Bipolar Express or not. He is going to have to take a fair amount of fuel here, so where is Bipolar? He's coming down the front straight right now. Let's see if he comes out ahead. Captain Muffin also coming down, and it looks like Captain Muffin is just going to come out ahead of Mazda here. So Mazda gains a couple of positions, deciding to stay out absolutely to the bitter end of that pit window. So great job there. We got Spec. The drivers have kind of gotten a little bit spread out from each other here now, so they all have a lot of work to do. So I guess the biggest question is now, are drivers going to start working together, pushing each other through the track to try and catch the drivers in front, or are they just going to battle each other and continue to lose time to the drivers in front of them? Let's see what happens here as it won't even let me get into a cockpit view or nothing, guys. Like, yeah, it's just not playing nice at all today. Let's get on. I can't even give you a chase cam. As Ace Rio is really pushing, almost caught the wall there. Trying to avoid contact in the back end of Supermex with the slipstream there is exactly what happened there. And pushing very hard here, looking like he's going to try and get this done on the inside. Can he get it done? Easily gets this done. So now Supermex is chasing down Ace Rio. We all know Ace Rio is just a world-class driver, so we will be keeping our eyes on Ace Rio as this race continues on near the end. We know that Ace Rio is going to continue to push 100% full throttle here, as there is only 23 and a little bit minutes left of this race. So we have Venom and Taddy here, still looking like they're working together to try and catch Supermex and Rio. We've got Egon in 9th trying to catch up to those two drivers right now. We have Igorski sitting in 10th trying to get back onto the back of Egon. We have J-Rod in 11th. We have Chevy 210 in that absolutely beautifully gold livery sitting in 12th place. And the man behind the lead, Presidio, sitting in 13th, and Black Friday heading up the back of the pack. Having an unfortunate incident a little bit earlier on in the race there, and it just put him back. So back to Bipolar here. If I could get you guys an onboard view, I would absolutely do so. Let's see if we can get you an onboard view here. It's just not letting me do anything, unfortunately. So sadly, we can't get you an onboard lap by the leader, but what we will do is we'll just stick with the leader here for the remainder of this lap, and we'll do a full runaround lap with Bipolar Express, as he is the leader of the race with just a little under 23 minutes left to go. Captain Muffin is starting to gain a little bit of ground. It was just a little over 3 seconds last time we were checking on these two, and now has closed that up by about 2.3 of a second. So Captain Muffin pushing to try and catch up to Bipolar Express, but Bipolar Express looking very comfortable in the lead right now as we go on a nice, beautiful leader lap here. I'm not that surprised that, unfortunately, everything's kind of not working right. We've been having issues, technical issues like crazy with the lobby here tonight, so I do apologize for that to all you viewers. I just got to make do with what I have at my disposal right at the moment. So Bipolar Express is taking absolutely beautiful lines through this track. He's holding those apexes. He's right now just trying to stay very consistent. And as I said earlier in the broadcast, that is a very high-speed corner. You need to get extremely close. Got to get very friendly with everybody's friend Barrier coming to the apex of that corner. And then you got to get extremely close to the steel wall on the other side of the track coming out. Absolutely maximize the speed you can coming through that corner. And it looks like Supermex has fallen out of the room as well, ladies and gentlemen. We have lost Supermex as well. Oh, so unfortunate. Oh my goodness, we have lost 2 drivers today. Absolutely gutted. Absolutely gutted. Supermex was having a really good race, and sure, quite frustrated at the moment with what just happened there. Oh, poor Mex, poor Magic Man. Let's get some love up and let's get some love up for Magic Man and Supermex, everybody. Let's get some love for Supermex and Magic Man. They both were doing very, very well, and it's always unfortunate to see a racer fall out of the race due to, I'm assuming, internet disconnection, sadly. Spec 1 in 4th, not really losing any time from Mazda, not really gaining any time from Mazda, so we'll keep our eyes on that. And this is the one we're watching here, Ace Rio. He was 9 seconds. So a lap and a half ago, Ace Rio was 9 seconds behind Spec 1. And now has that gap down to 6.8 seconds. So we will most certainly be keeping our eyes on Ace Rio coming into the latter parts of this race. And Taddy has taken 7th place from Venom. So is this a friendly call between the two of them? Is it maybe Taddy is a little bit quicker on the pace right now, so maybe Venom is just getting tucked in behind and giving her the push? I'm not sure what the deal is there, but it does seem like they are still working together. So, and you know, it does look like we're seeing a little bit of glitching there as well. Hopefully we don't lose any more of our drivers due to disconnect. It's really unfortunate when that happens, and I feel for you. I feel for the drivers. I really do. I feel for you guys. I do. So we have Vigorski sitting here in 9th place. He is starting to close the gap up on Egon. And remember that the drivers did have different tire strategies, so we do have the drivers on 2 different tire compounds in the last half of this race. And as we get about 10 minutes left of the race, we'll drop that banner and let you guys see all that. We have Chevy here in 11th. Presidio now in 12th because of the disconnect of Mex, and Black Friday now in 13th. And picking himself up a juicy little penalty for track limits there, unfortunately. He got a little wide in that corner. Looks like struggling just a little bit here at the latter half of this race. Alright, so Bipolar Express doing a great job maintaining his gap between him and Captain Muffin at the moment. We have a 3-second gap. Last time we checked it was 2.8. So not a whole lot of time being lost, but at this point in the race, any time lost is bad. So Captain Muffin is either he's just pushing too hard and making small mistakes, or Bipolar Express is just on a mission. As Bipolar Express usually is, always on a mission when he's in his races. So these two drivers, I have watched Bipolar Express and Captain Muffin battle each other all season long in this series and other series, and these two drivers are just competitors. They are competitors. They are competitors. We just want to give a big shout out to RWB Racing as well. RWB Racing presenting the GT All-Stars race this evening, presenting the GT Champions World Cup Division Leagues this season. A massive shout out to RWB Racing for putting all this together. And again, just an amazing group of guys that love racing, whether it be real, whether it be simulated, it does not matter. These guys love anything with an engine, anything fast, and if it can be raced, RWB Racing is all about it. So fantastic stuff, and that's exactly the kind of organization that you want to be presenting something like this, because they're all about the racing. They're all about everything that goes on. And Mazda getting a little bit greasy in the kitty litter there. We'll see how he handles the next 2 or 3 corners, because now he is going to have those right side tires are going to be dirty. They are not going to quite hold the traction. And it actually looks like Mazda's having slight glitching as well. Hopefully everything settles down for the drivers here. Spec in 4th. Rio is now 5.5 seconds, so he's gained about another second in the last lap and a half. At this pace, it is quite potential we'll see Ace Rio catching up to our Spec 1 here, so we'll be keeping our eyes on that. The GT All-Stars race is also sponsored by Detailing Group. Detailing Group is a steel detailing company. They do digital architectural and engineered drawings for companies building projects. And they do this with amazing software technology that really helps eliminate a lot of the issues before the issues even arise as a project is being built. And that's absolutely fantastic. Being a tradesperson myself, building stuff like that from the ground up, you just run into small, silly little issues that they just arise. But with Detailing Group, they strive at cutting out all of these little problems for their clients and coming up with absolutely top-notch digital architectural and engineered drawings of whatever project it is that you have. For more information, head over to Detailing Group's website. Absolutely fantastic stuff these guys are doing over there. And the other sponsor for this, the All-Star Race and the series, of course, High Pre Graphics. High Pre Graphics is the company behind the amazing graphics that we get to see here during the GTC broadcasts, and they just look amazing. I love working with them. They are so professionally done. And if you guys are looking for graphics for an event, check out High Pre. Go say hi. And we still have Taddy and Venom. They are just hanging out together here. They're just working together. Venom's going to move on the outside. Looks like he is going to go back in front of Taddy here. Is he going to get the move done? A little bit of contact between the two there. Venom did just a little bit hot into that corner, went a little deep, and almost lost the car there. So it was actually a really good recovery there. And he just tucks back in behind Taddy. It kind of looks like the teamwork here is done now. It looks like it's time to race. So let's keep our eyes on this. This are the closest 2 drivers on the track at the moment. So let's see how this develops here. As Taddy is having just an absolutely fantastic drive, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely fantastic drive. This is one of our broadcasters. She does our Division 2 races here at GTC Champions and is showing these Division guys what she's made of. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Absolutely fantastic stuff. We're just going to go back into the field here. Gorski not gaining any time on Taddy and Venom, but Egon is closing the gap on Igorski here now, so this will be something we'll be trying to do our best to keep our eyes on here over the next few laps. Obviously, we want to be watching what's going on up front. Captain Muffin is working extremely hard on trying to catch Bipolar Express at the moment, and Ace Rio working extremely hard to try and catch Spec 1. So we do have some battles slowly starting to develop as we get near the end of the race, as we would fully expect in a race of this caliber. These drivers have done an amazing job today. They have put it all on the line, and what an absolutely amazing job by all the racers today. Killing it out there. They're killing it out there. Oh no, yeah, Super Max. It's all right, brother. It's all right, brother. You guys had you guys did awesome. Absolutely fantastic stuff, guys. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So Captain Muffin is slowly regaining a little bit of time on Bipolar Express here. It was at 3.1 seconds. Now we're back down to 2.69. So does Captain Muffin have the tire and have enough pace to catch up to Bipolar Express in the next 12 minutes? Mazda is also working very hard to try and catch the front two, sitting about 14 seconds behind. Most likely, unless one of them two have a spin or make a really large mistake, most likely not going to see the top 2 drivers here, but sitting very, very nicely in 3rd place. Almost 6 second gap from Spec 1 up in 4th. I think at this point Mazda's biggest concern is going to be Ace Rio. So let's go check that development out. We have Spec 1 here. Spec 1 is working his butt off to keep that 4th place and catch Mazda at the same time. Doing a fantastic job here. The last gentleman left for Rockefeller Racing in the race, so really wants to put it out there for him now, I'm sure, to avenge the internet disconnection for the teammate. Unfortunately, it's so sad. We just don't like to see that happen. And Ace Rio is just absolutely flying right now. He is pushing very, very low 140 lap times right now. He is pushing extremely hard. And he is slowly closing that gap up on Spec 1. He might be running out of time. Spec 1 might be able to keep Ace Rio in the review mirror here. And Taddy's sitting what looks to be very comfortably in 6th place. And Venom now under pressure from Agorski here. So I'm not sure what happened there. We do know that Venom and Taddy were battling a little bit there. So they were probably just battling. And, well, unfortunately it looks like that Venom came out on the wrong side of things there. So he now, instead of trying to gain 6th place, now has to worry about keeping 7th place from his teammate behind him, Agorski here. And we have Egon, J-Rod, and Chevy 210 all on a nice little group here. Let's keep our eye on this for just a little bit here. We are running out of time. I'm going to drop the banner. I am totally dropping the banner for you guys. Let's take a look at the tire and fuel situations for the drivers. So Egon right now sitting in front of J-Rod. J-Rod is running super soft tires and they look really, really good. And fuel, probably looking pretty good if I had to guess, so. And we have, he's going to try and take this on the outside of Egon here. He is going to try and get it done on the outside on the soft tire. Now has the inside line. And Egon just trying to keep him in behind here. But J-Rod right now does have 9th. And Chevy is going to try and follow J-Rod through here. So Egon fighting off 2 drivers right now. A little bit of contact between Chevy and Egon there. Both drivers getting through. Egon dropping 2 positions in that battle there. So we'll have to see if Egon can respond back here. We have Chevy on the soft tires as well. His tires looking quite a bit worse than the driver in front. So we'll see how that develops. And Egon is on the racing medium tire here. So he was at a slight tire disadvantage. But those medium tires are looking really, really good. So he is now trying to get inside on Chevy here. But Chevy is on that soft compounded tire. He is just going to get a little better out on these straight line runs. So Egon really just trying to keep that slipstream, get pulled into him, and then find that route back around Chevy here. And Presidio now starting to close up on that pack as well while they're sitting there battling. So this could be very good for Presidio. And Black Friday's not giving up. Massive, massive, massive. You can never give up, ladies and gentlemen. Even when things go super bad, you don't give up. You finish what you're doing. At the end of the day, every lap is that much more experience on the track. So, huge kudos to Black Friday for sticking in there, suffering an incident there, and just continuing on. So, Bipolar Express is now a 3.5 second gap on Captain Muffin. So, Bipolar Express is looking really good for the win here. And as we can see here, Black Friday moving out of the way of Bipolar Express. Absolutely great job there by Black Friday. And Captain Muffin now coming up to him here as well. And he also gets out of the way of Captain Muffin. Absolutely great stuff there. Absolutely great stuff from Friday. And Friday's going into the pits here. Oh, Friday has some mechanical damage here. So, yeah, Friday did have an incident, sadly. And coming into the pits to sort out this mechanical damage. Very unfortunate. Friday's just having one of those days. Just having a rough race. It happens to the best of the drivers. So, Bipolar Express very comfortably in the lead here. with a little over 6 minutes left of this race. Looking like he's bringing home the All-Stars. Captain Muffin not giving up though. Captain Muffin's still pushing very hard to try and catch up and steal first place away from Bipolar Express. Mazda sitting in third place. Was sitting very comfortably in third place, but now as we can see, Spec 1 has turned it into turbo mode here and has really started to push the issue. So we do, and Ace Rio is right in the background, as well as Taddy. So we are developing an absolutely amazing finish here, ladies and gentlemen. What looked like after the pit stops all settled in, what looked like the drivers were all settled into their positions. Not the case, ladies and gentlemen, not the case at all. So Spec 1 on the soft tire, Ace Rio also on the soft tire. Spec's tires actually look really good. Ace Rio's not looking quite as good, but Ace Rio is pushing. We have Taddy as well on those soft tires. And just sitting very comfortably, sitting in 6th place. Absolutely a great drive by Taddy. Absolutely great drive. Venom sitting in 7th. We have Gorski in 8th. J-Rod in 9th. Really starting to push that gap on Gorski. But and he makes a mistake. That's going to give Egon a chance to try and make the move here. As Egon goes up the inside down the straight. Is Egon going to be able to keep position here? Egon taking 9th place from J-Rod after J-Rod came out of there a little bit loose, losing a lot of momentum. And it looks like Egon, for the time being, is going to keep 9th place. So, absolutely fantastic job by Egon to capitalize there. And Chevy in 11th here, Presidio in 12th, still trying to close Chevy up here, and might get up to him. Right. We got 4 minutes and 20 seconds left, chat. Supermax coming in saying, want to thank Venom and Nagorski for putting on a class act series. So ready for the next season. Absolutely kind words there from Supermax, one of our Division 3 third place finisher this season. And just absolutely kind words to the organizers of these events here. So thank you very much, Mex. We do appreciate that. And absolutely great job today. Absolutely great job today, my friend. So Bipolar is still pulling that gap on Captain Muffin. I don't think Captain Muffin is going to be able to catch Bipolar here. I think Bipolar made an absolutely amazing strategic decision when the pit window opened up by jumping immediately into that pit and got the undercut done, and he just has not looked back. Mazda sitting in third. He is getting the pressure. We have Spec starting to close up on him, and Rio is now all over Spec 1. So can Spec 1 hold off Ace Rio, and can Mazda hold off Spec 1 and Rio? We're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. The racers have approximately, and Ace Rio is now trying to make the move here on Spec 1. He's got the inside line coming into the first corner, and absolutely gets that done. Spec 1 giving a little bit of the flashlight, saying, hey, great job, man. Yeah, great job. But we know Spec 1 is not going to just lay down and take that. You know he's going to fight back. So we're going to stick with these two here just for a little bit. Not too long. We don't want to miss any of the action here, but Spec 1 is not letting Ace Rio get away that easily. I guess the big question at this point is, are they going to try and work together to catch Mazda at this point? It is only a 1.4 second gap. One little mistake for Mazda, and these two drivers will be right on top of him. And then just in the background, we got Taddy. She's right there. All it's going to take is for these drivers to start battling now, and she can potentially catch this group up in front of her and maybe gain a couple more spots in this race yet. Venom still sitting in 7th. We have Agorski in 8th. Egon sitting in 9th. Chevy sitting in 10th. J-Rod must have had another incident because Chevy has now gotten around him as well. And Presidio is now chasing down J-Rod. And Black Friday hanging in there. It's almost there. He is almost there. This has been an amazing race today, ladies and gentlemen. And Bipolar Express obviously had an incident. Captain Muffin is now the leader of this race, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe this. Wow! Did not see that coming. Bipolar had the race in the bag. And obviously he has made a massive mistake. Captain Muffin is now 4 seconds ahead of Bipolar Express. And now looking like Captain Muffin is going to take home the All-Stars race here, ladies and gentlemen. We did not see that coming. That is a very, very untypical mistake of Bipolar Express there. I guess the question is this a lap traffic incident now? Or did Bipolar Express just start to feel the pressure and maybe make a mistake going into one of these corners? Ah, wow. Did not expect that, ladies and gentlemen. Ace Rio has gotten past Mazda. And RR Spec is trying to catch. So can Mazda answer back now? Absolutely amazing drive by Ace Rio, ladies and gentlemen. Ace Rio has come from 9th place all the way up into 3rd place in 25 minutes. But Mazda making an aggressive move, full send up the inside. And Ace Rio, calm, cool, collected, just cut back there on the inside. And really unfortunate for Mazda. Absolutely great attempt, mate. Absolutely great attempt. Yeah, he was going for that. There was no question of a doubt there, and he completely full sent that inside line there, and unfortunately just a little too fast into the corner, and it put him way wide. But boy, oh boy, you can tell Mazda wants 3rd place. He really, really wanted that position, and he really, really, he was trying to take it right there and then, folks. That was absolutely great job for keeping that all together. Great job by the 2 drivers not to be making contact there. But at the end of the day, that probably gave Ace Rio enough gap to finish this race. So we are in the last seconds of the race. We are going to sit with Captain Muffin here as he comes across the finish line. He's not there yet. Just trying to find the closest guys to the start-finish line here. Alright, so it looks like Taddy is going to finish here in 6th place. We are going to stick with Taddy as she comes across the finish line here. And absolutely phenomenal drive by our Division 2 broadcaster, Taddy. Solid 6th place finish. Venom coming in 7th place. We have Igorski right shortly behind there in 8th. And we will have Egon here coming through very shortly in 9th place. A little bit of a tough race for Egon starting in position 1, but again, solid run by Egon and having a very nice 9th place finish there. We have J-Rod starting to come across here in 10th place. And Captain Muffin very, very close behind these couple cars here. So we are going to get back on Captain Muffin because he is going to take home the All-Star victory. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of tonight's All-Star event, Captain Muffin. Absolutely. Determination. He did not give up. Bipolar made a mistake, and Captain Muffin capitalized. Bipolar coming in with a very strong 2nd place finish as he went to go for the spin across the line there and just caught the wall a little bit. Great drive by Bipolar Express. Absolutely amazing strategy. Ace Rio coming up here. 3rd place finish for Ace Rio. And Mazda taking 4th. Spec coming in 5th. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to wait for Black Friday to come through here. Big round of applause for Black Friday, everybody. Had a very tough race today. And out of fuel. He's going to come across the line out of fuel. But he stayed on track and he completed that race. What a race. Wow. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Who expected that to happen? Bipolar Express taking the win with 2 laps remaining in the race. Congratulations to Captain Muffin. Oh, wow. Unbelievable race. Bipolar Express was an amazing drive as well. And Ace Rio never ever ceases to amaze everybody. See, Ace Rio just with another solid drive coming up in 3rd place. So we're going to hit the race results here. Captain Muffin in 1st, Bipolar 2nd place, Ace Rio is in 3rd. They round out the podium for the All-Stars race. We have Mazda, who gave an amazing effort to get that 3rd place back from Ace Rio, finishing in an extremely solid 4th place. Spec 1 with a great drive in 5th. Taddy, our Division 2 broadcaster, with just a fantastic drive in 6th place. She showed these division drivers that she can hold her own with the best of them there. Absolutely great drive by Taddy. Venom in 7th place, Igorski in 8th. Great drive by both these drivers as well. Cool, calm, collected. Egon in 9th. J-Rod finishing in 10th. Chevy 210 in 11th. Presidio in 12th, Black Friday in 13th, and unfortunately Supermex in 14th and Magic Man in 15th due to disconnection midway through the race. Great job by all the drivers today. So we are going to absolutely get into that chat, and we are going to do some driver interviews. Maybe we'll wait for just a couple of seconds, to let them defrag it a little bit, congratulate each other, and we'll jump into the chat. So I am going to flip over to our absolutely beautiful, beautiful driver interview graphics here, done by High Pre, and I am going to jump into chat, ladies and gentlemen, and see what's up. So you'll be able to hear me. I'm just going to mute them for a moment until we are ready for the drivers to do their interviews. All right. Wow, great race, everybody. Absolutely great race, guys. And Tatty. Guys and Tatty. I was catching myself doing that all night. I'm like, guys and gals. All right. That was a great race, you guys. Absolutely fantastic job, everybody. Congratulations to all the drivers. You guys really did put on a show for the viewers out there tonight. Fantastic job. What do you do? What do you do? That's the way it goes in this game sometimes, unfortunately. You know, it's Gran Turismo special, and that's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. All right. So are we ready for some driver interviews, ladies and gentlemen? They can't hear you. They can only hear me right now, so you're okay. Decompress, decompress. All right, chat. We are literally just letting the drivers kind of decompress a little bit. I will be with you in just a moment with our top 3 finishers here in the All-Star race. I'm hooked on something. There we go. All right, so the guys are just kind of going over. All right. These guys are really having a good time, ladies and gentlemen. They had an absolutely amazing time. The drivers are in here. They're laughing. They're joking. They're just absolutely on it. Absolutely on it right now. Again, everybody, GT All-Stars race presented to you by RWB Racing, sponsored by Detailing Group and High Pre Graphics. Absolutely amazing event. What a great finish to an absolutely great season of racing. I am absolutely honored to be a part of this, and just cannot thank everybody involved enough for all the work they do to put these events on. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely amazing stuff, everybody. They're still decompressing, everybody. So it's just me right now. So just hang out with your host Ghost here. We'll throw a couple jokes out there. Why don't drivers eat before a big race, ladies and gentlemen? So they don't get indigestion. Bum. Oh, I got some bad dad jokes here, guys. I could fill you all day long with these things. All right, all right. We're just gonna continue to let them decompress, and we'll throw some more bad dad jokes out. Why is the internet like motor racing, everybody? This is kind of fitting for what happened tonight now, isn't it? There are spoilers everywhere. But dun. I don't know what people don't get about drag racing. It's very straightforward. Oh, that one's a bad one. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. All right, NASCAR fans, I got one for you guys out there. NASCAR fans, I do apologize. Mr. Harvick, I apologize. But I just can't let this one go without being said. What is Kevin Harvick's favorite race color? Chat? Anybody? Anybody? This one's actually pretty good. Again, what is Kevin Harvick's favorite color? Caution yellow, everybody. Caution yellow. If anybody's seen the NASCAR race season this year, we all know that that is extremely relevant. All right. I think we're gonna get. I think we're just gonna kick this off here now. Let's see what these guys have to say. Oh, I didn't even know about that. All right, we are gonna get the interviews going here right away now, chat. All right, just make sure that my top threes are hanging out here for a second. Yeah. Okay. Bipolar still here and Rio's still here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna kick these driver interviews off here so everybody can get back to whatever it is that they're doing. All right, I need to flip this little button right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna kick these podium interviews off. So we are gonna start with our third place finisher here this evening, Ace Rio. Ace, how do you feel about your drive today? What an amazing drive you had today, again.
Well, yeah, that was that was quite fun running from the back because from the unfortunate things happened on the first lap. Yeah, I got damage on my left rear, and I was forced to went to the pit and had a repair. But then
Okay.
yeah, I was just trying to enjoy the race and just keep my head down, did my best, and well,
Uh,
P3, yay.
Absolutely phenomenal job coming from damage, having to pit. You were in the boat mid pack there up until just after the pit window there, and just put your foot into it. How do you continue to drive through the pack like that?
Well, obviously for I just took advantage of the slipstream. Luckily the I had to pit very early, so the pack was not really separated far away. So yeah, the train was still the gap was not really that far, so I could use a lot of slipstream to get back to the front.
It was an absolutely fun drive to watch. We were definitely keeping our eye on you, just watching you throughout the season, seeing how sometimes you're just so patient in the middle of the pack, and then you make that charge, and that's exactly what it looked like you did again today. So, just phenomenal drive and great patience, and you were so much fun to watch.
Thank you.
Congratulations on taking third place in the GTC All Stars event. Absolutely phenomenal job. You guys put it all out on the line today. It was a lot of fun to watch. All right, so we are going to get into our second place finisher, Bipolar Express. Bipolar, what happened, brother? What happened? You had that race in the bag, my friend.
Yeah, I'm not good at math or predicting the future.
So it was a
So
fuel issue, was it?
yeah. So I pitted right after the 35-minute mark, trying to do an undercut, and I just used one lap too much of fuel. So if I,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, should have been more consistent, short shifted a little bit more, coasted through corners, and I would have been fine. But kept going, kept consuming, trying to keep a gap about 2 seconds to 3 seconds on captain. And yeah, if I pitted one lap later, I'd be good.
I thought it was an absolutely great tactical move when you went in right at the beginning of the pit window. We trying to look for that undercut and coming out 2 seconds ahead of Captain Muffin there. It looked like everything was working in your favor there. But nonetheless, absolutely fantastic drive. You had you were blazing fast today. Blazing fast as usual.
Yeah. Business in the front, party in the back. Strategy was good in the front. The party part was good, but then you run out of steam.
How was it from your point of view in those first couple of starts or at the beginning of the race? Was it just guys were just trying so hard to gain those positions early on in the race? I know you guys just really wanted to put it all out on the line today. A little bit argy-bargy there in the front. But coming through in that third start there and just coming and being patient, driving through the
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
No, it was fun. You're watching people go 3 wide, and you're like, oh my god, do they know what they're doing? And then it's like they made it, and you're like, okay, cool, GT Sport, thank you.
Exactly. Right? Exactly.
So it's it was fun. You kind of get to see where people are. When we go from a qualifier that has no tire wear, you're able to do things that you can't do when you're on the first lap, and you can see people trying to struggle, try to find grip on the first lap, and then you can kind of get momentum going up in the right way. So it's definitely strategy. Sometimes you don't want to lay yourself on the outside to make a pass. It's better just to back off and make sure you stay not in a position where you can get hit into a wall or you get hit off track. So it's helter skelter, but a lot of the guys did a great job. Everybody, and girls did a great job. Taddy did a great job. Everybody kind of went through that first lap pretty well. We just had a couple casualties the first 2.
Well, after the first 2 starts, it looked like everybody kind of tried to avoid being 3 wide into the first couple sets of corners there. We did
4 wide.
We seen one little situation there in the mid pack where it looked a little dangerous, but everybody made it through pretty well. It looked like so.
We were just trying to do it for the followers.
Well, you guys definitely put on a show. Absolutely put on a show. So congratulations, Bipolar. A second place finish in the All-Star race. You've definitely got to be feeling pretty good about yourself right now.
I'll take it. Yeah. I'm gonna get a scratch pad and learn how to do math.
Yeah. Absolutely. You just need a crew chief on standby. That's all.
Yeah, they'll probably eat ice cream too.
Of course, right. Absolutely. All right, Captain Muffin. Absolutely fantastic stuff, mate. You finally got one.
Can't rush perfection, as I've always said, mate, so I'll take it.
Absolutely. It's just unexpected on my end, on the viewer's end. We're sitting there thinking that Bipolar has this race completely locked down. He's just maintaining that gap on you. And we go through the field real quick to check on everything before the last 3 minutes of the race, and you have the race lead all of a sudden. Wow. Blew us away. Absolutely great drive. Absolutely great drive. When Bipolar went in and he hit that early pit window like that and came out in front of you, what were you thinking there?
Oh, personally, I was thinking, why did I crash into the wall in my in lap? I had to fix some damage in the pits. I thought myself, yep, of course, I'm going to try and work for this. Or, just the bridesmaid's curse just keeps affecting me, and really, finishing first just can't happen. It's just being pulled back every time I get into a good position. But yeah, what was a 3-second gap with Orco, try and pull this in, and over the next few laps, I got it down by half a second, went back up by half a second. It was just back and forth racing. I made a few mistakes there. I got back up to 4 at one point. But yeah, I think that would keep myself consistent enough to be there at the end, and much as I hate to say it like this, capitalise on Bipolar's mistake and get my first W.
Absolutely.
About bloody time.
What a better time than an all-star race, right?
Oh, definitely, mate. This is the one where all the people come out to watch the show go down. The best of the best come out. I get to capitalise on a win there, Show off to the people. You're welcome for the show.
Oh, yeah, they were enjoying it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Your new nickname is Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. Woo! Love that.
Oh, no, but thank you everyone for watching as well, and congrats to the rest of the podium. Bipolar, Rio, great racing from you guys as always. You guys always put on a bunch of fun. It's just always fun to race you guys. Thank you.
Well, you know, I got to tell you, before I started racing in the league myself and working with the league myself, I watched you guys racing each other very early on in the season, and yourself and Bipolar and Ace Real just had the greatest battles all season long, and you guys did not disappoint again. Absolutely great stuff.
Awesome.
Right. Definitely. Always happy to put on a show for the fans, make sure everyone enjoys what they're watching, and just have some clean quality racing.
It was good stuff to watch. It was fun. There was a lot of moves made on the track today that just shouldn't happen or shouldn't be possible, and you guys make this stuff work. It's absolutely phenomenal to watch.
Well, in the words of Super GT, sometimes you gotta lick the stamp and send it.
No truer words have ever been said, I suppose, right?
Priority mail.
Absolutely great stuff. Absolutely great stuff. I know I myself personally would like to congratulate you. I just, like I said, I've been watching you all season. I've seen you so close to that win, and you finally got it. And I'm just happy for you, my man. It was just a great drive. Absolutely great drive.
Oh, thanks, mate. You can't tell, but I'm in a state of pure and utter euphoria, you know? Like, I'm feeling fantastic after that. So thank you, mate.
Should
thank
be.
you.
You should be. Absolutely. Congratulations. You are this year's All-Stars champion. Absolutely phenomenal.
Well, fantastic. I'll put that on the resume.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Awesome stuff, everybody. I know myself, I would like to thank GT Champions, RWB Racing, Detailing Group, and High Pre Graphics just for putting on an absolutely amazing event this year. Hats off to you guys. I know a lot of work goes in behind the scenes to do this stuff, and you guys just crank it out week in and week out. And I personally cannot wait to see what is coming next. So thank you guys so much for that.
Season 3 is going to be big time.
Oh, I can't wait.
Definitely.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
All right. Well, great job, everybody. And great job by all the drivers. Congratulations to all the drivers for having a fantastic day. We lost a couple, unfortunately, due to the dreaded internet issues. But even as well as that, good job to those drivers as well. And you guys did an amazing job on your liveries. They look so good out there. Absolutely fantastic.
How about that Mexican hat guy? Oh, jeez.
That was what, Super Max, I believe. Love that. That was great stuff. All right, guys. Well, enjoy the rest of your days and evenings, and enjoy and relish in the great drive that you all had. You put on a heck of a show. Absolutely great stuff, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thanks for streaming, man.
Always.
Thank you.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
Can't wait for the next season. All right, everybody. I just want to take a minute to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. The All Stars race was absolutely phenomenal. And again, I just want to thank RWB Racing for presenting this amazing event tonight, a bonus event after an absolutely great season. I want to thank Detailing Group for coming in, being the sponsor to make sure this event keeps running. And I thank you to High Pre for making these absolutely just amazing graphics that we get to work with, we get to display to you guys, that you guys get to view. And on behalf of GT Champions, thank you so much for tuning into this event. And if you guys want to know more of what's coming up, go check out GT Champions at www.gtchampions.com. And all the information for all the socials, links, events, everything is there on their website. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with your host, Ghost. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next event. Have an absolutely fantastic weekend. And stay winning, everybody. Stay winning.